Nice.
Now it's time to get my next special guest on my show. It's always a pleasure to interview up and coming artists, and welcome to my listeners as well. Today I'm joined by Veronica Fusaro, who's a Swiss Italian singer-songwriter. It's a joy to have you on my radio shows and podcasts here in the UK.
Thank you so much for having me and nice to meet you. Hi,
Yes,
Dandy.
nice to meet you too. How's life treating you today?
Not bad, Although the weather was not nice, I got a lot of stuff done today. I'm good. I feel all right today. Yeah, thank you.
That's good. And are you situated at home at the moment, or are you in the UK or somewhere else?
At the moment, right now, I'm at home. I'm in my apartment in Switzerland. I live in Bern. I don't know if you've ever been to Switzerland.
I haven't actually, but I've heard so much about it.
It's nice. It's all right. Yeah, but yeah, I'm in Bern right now.
That's good. And what's the feeling like to, be home, after you've gigged and toured and done shows? Is it a good feeling?
I'm a big home lover. I love being at home. I enjoy being at home. If it wasn't for my love of playing live shows, I would be at home all the time.
They do say
Gotta be
here in the
honest.
UK, home is where the heart is. I just wanted to
Exactly.
give you the opportunity for those who've yet to discover your music. Can you just introduce and tell me a little bit about yourself as well?
Of course. So, hello, my name is Veronica Fusaro. I am a singer-songwriter artist from Switzerland. And if I had to describe my music, I would say it's a mixture of pop, soul, rock influences. Not like really polished pop. It's got a little bit of a attitude here and there and like some roughness to it. And yeah, I write songs for a living. I share my life experiences and views of the world in form of music.
That sounds superb. And do you actually recall your first musical memories?
Ooh, okay, so a few of those, one of those would probably be me as a little kid, just enjoying dancing and moving to music on the beach side in the south of Italy while we were on holidays and vacation. Um, or actually, even earlier, just me listening to being in the car with my parents, driving to my grandma's place in the south of Italy, and listening to music and singing along to Vasco Rossi is the artist that we would usually listen to, and like really singing my lungs out, basically.
Great. And when you were listening to music growing up in the car, was it a CD or a cassette that you were singing along to?
Yeah, it was a CD. We would listen to like albums and from top to bottom, and yeah, it was great memories. And up to this day, I feel whenever I hear these songs, I get like goosebumps just because of the memories and the great music that it is. So yeah,
That's the powerful medium of music, memories, and
yeah,
recalling places and points in time. One
absolutely.
of the reasons I invited you on my show is to talk about your new exciting single. Could you just tell me the title of this record and what the listener can expect from it?
So yeah, my second album, Looking for Connection, came out on Friday, so a couple of days ago, and it's been a very exciting and interesting journey. I started writing to this album towards the end of 2023, and I finished it at the beginning of this year. And so I've known these songs for quite a while, so getting to share them now with the world is very special and weird in a way, but in a good weird way. And getting the first feedbacks from around the world is just great. It's actually it feels pretty nice to like realize it's not just me who enjoys the music and people actually like what I've been working on. So yeah.
And on your new album as well, how many tracks are there?
There's 10 songs on there. Eight of these 10 I wrote myself, and two I wrote with Charlie McLean. A She's from the UK actually, but she lives in Berlin at the moment. But she's moving to South Korea, so exactly.
Nice, nice solid 10 tracks on there then.
Yeah, yeah, good. It's not The album itself is not too long. I realized the other day it's like 34 minutes, but although the songs are like there's just one song below the 3 minute mark. But it feels it feels very good. To me it felt really good like choosing the songs and picking the songs, and it felt right to just put these specific 10 songs on this album.
and your new album out now. Do you have a focus track as well, like a main single release from it currently?
So at the moment, it's If Not For You. It's I don't remember which is it song number 7, I believe, on the album. I think I'm not 100% sure anymore, but it's yeah, it's If Not For You, and it's a song about so the whole album, the title already gives it away. It's called Looking for Connection, and that connection is the main theme of each song. And If Not For You is about that very special kind of connection that you can find, you can have with another person, a connection called love. And yeah, that's what the song is about.
Got it as well. And if not for you, as we mentioned, as a main focus track, would you say this is one of your more kind of indie mainstream anthems?
I would say, huh, I'm not sure if it's too mainstream. To be honest, I don't really think about that too much when I make music. It just needs to feel right to me. Um, it was inspired by this specific song was inspired by some Post Malone songs because I really like the atmosphere and the production of it. And just the drive, the road trippy vibe it has was really important to me as well to get that across in the production. But yeah, it's overall a quite intimate song, but with an upbeat tempo to it.
Got the upbeat tempo, so not necessarily mainstream, but perhaps influenced by mainstream artists.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
And where did you record, if not for you? And who did you work with on this track?
So I wrote it myself. So usually when I write, I'm in my apartment here, and this one I wrote with a guitar in my hands. And then once I finish writing a song, I usually go to my studio where I kind of I record a demo. I sing in all the BV ideas that I have. I put in some arrangement ideas as well. I do like a pre-production of a song with a bunch of ideas that I have in terms of instrumentation and stuff, and then I send it. In this case, I sent it to Kim Wennerström, who's a producer, a Swedish producer, and we also worked on 8 songs of the whole album together. And yeah, then he has his take on it, and then we usually get together in the studio and like exchange via email in person and finish the production basically of the song.
That's great. And have you managed to put together a music video or a visualizer?
For this specific song, actually, not yet, or not. Maybe I'm not sure if you're gonna have like a visualizer for that song, but who knows?
If it happens, it happens.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
cool. And of course, if not for you and looking for connection, both are out on, good outlets, streaming outlets. And
Exactly.
as a singer-songwriter, what influences your music from everyday happenings?
I mean, it's pretty much life. Whatever I experience, whatever like won't let me sleep at night, whatever I observe as well in the world. Yeah, whatever turmoils, is that the word? Turmoils my mind. I need to, get off my chest, and music is my way of kind of being able to, what's the word? Um, Digest these emotions, and to express these
Yeah.
feelings that I have.
I said to someone the other day, music is a really good medicine.
Oh, that's a good. There you go. Well, yeah, yeah. That's also a way to put it.
Yeah. And just going to touch on some of the album tracks on there. And
Yeah,
I just
sure.
wanted to ask with looking for connection, we live in such a fast world, when people commute, so you see them at a train station, everyone's got their head down, buried in their phones. Do you think this album touches on that, how society has lost its physical interactivity with each other, living and scrolling through a screen?
Definitely. I mean, that's also an image that I carried throughout the writing process of this album as well. I think the main theme of this album is actually that, me looking out into the world and observing, like in theory, we've never been this close to each other because of the technology, because of these things, right? That we all have right next to us all of the time, mostly, most of the times. But at the same time, I feel like we are more disconnected from each other than ever. The world is getting more and more polarized, which is an interesting paradox that I wrote a few songs about on the album. And as you said, the imagery of so many people being in one place but everybody being like stuck on that screen, having the world in your hands can be a blessing and a curse at the same
Hmm.
time.
Sure. I mean, I just bought myself like a new phone. It's like you need it for
Mm,
work, and
of
you
course.
also don't need it, when you need some free time as well. So it's a balance.
It's always about the balance.
Mm,
Life is
mm,
about the balance,
yeah.
exactly, yeah.
Because it's a shame to see like record shops closing and bookshops closing. People on the train or the tube here in the UK, you don't see many people like read a newspaper or pick up a book. It's all reading, scrolling down, as we were saying.
Yeah, and there's, I mean, it's of course it's handy and it's super, convenient, but convenience can be very very dangerous, I think,
Mm.
because you stop thinking. Maybe you pass a few thinking steps for something to be convenient, and just having that connection with other people, even if it's just saying, wishing have a good day to the person you just shared, you just sat next to in a train.
Mm.
It's just these little simple things that nowadays I catch people almost being surprised, but in a positive way when I say, have a good day, for example.
Mm.
Although we didn't talk to each other, though we don't know each other, but it's the small things, honestly, that create these little sparks of connection and happiness, sort
Mm.
of, feeling joy, small feelings of joy. But
Mm.
it's, yeah.
It's really refreshing to hear that perspective from a younger person as well. And hopefully, the young people who listen to this album can relate as well to, what you're trying to portray in your music.
I mean, that would be, I think, my greatest honor if other people in general just find the peace of themselves in the music that I wrote. It's the biggest compliment that could get. So yeah, I hope so as well.
Mm. And the first track on your new album is called Slot Machine. I do like a slot
Yes.
machine here and there. Perfect opening number. It goes straight into the album as well and takes a listener on the journey.
I mean, that was also the first song that I wrote for this album. Um, I was experiencing a writer's block at the beginning of starting to write this album, and it felt really, really freeing to write the song. And yeah, Slot Machine is also, talking of our phones and stuff. Slot Machine is about this little slot machine that we have in our hands
Because
all
I've
the
seen
time.
people actually play slot machines on their phones as well.
Actually, yeah, literally
Yeah,
as well. Yeah, you can do anything.
yeah,
You have the world in your hands,
yeah,
as
you
I
do, you
say.
do.
Yeah.
And one of your other tracks called Gold Rush as well, a strong
Yes.
contender on your album. What song does this entail?
The Gold Rush is inspired by the gold rush of the 18th century in North America. And I did a lot of journaling for this album in order to like find out what I think is important enough to talk about and to put out there in the world. And I sometimes get stuck on like historical facts, or like I'm just generally very interested in history, and I started journaling about the gold rush, and I got into research and stuff, and I just realized not a lot of things changed. It's just the only difference is that we're not necessarily going actually out and looking for the gold literally, but I feel like society is like preaching this success and having money and having a lot of money and fame and likes and all of that. So I felt like that's a good analogy to use for
Mm,
nowadays, today's world, I mean.
that does make sense. And I had listened to No Rain, No Tears. Has a very velvety and thoughtful feel to it.
I appreciate you using the word velvety. That makes a lot of sense. I never thought about it this way, but yeah, that's right. It does. It feels to me. It also feels like a warm
Hmm.
embrace, like a hug. Yeah.
And I
No
wanted
rain,
to
no
talk
tears.
about your penultimate track called Alice as well. Does that have a story or a real life story behind anyone or anything in particular?
Yeah, so Alice is probably the most serious song of the album in terms of it's quite dark. The storyline is inspired by the song Polly by Nirvana. So it's a it's a serious song. It touches on a very serious song that unfortunately a lot of women still find themselves in. Not only women, but yeah, it's a dark song, but it still felt powerful enough, and I love the song for what it is and for what the message that it holds. So it felt right to like put it on this album.
And you're performing on a European tour as well. How do you find the Northern Europa crowds?
Cool. I mean, I've played a few shows in London, for example, before, which has always been fun. I've played in North Germany as well. I'm gonna be playing in Hamburg and in Berlin. I'm gonna be playing in London and in Scotland. I'm gonna go proper up north. I'm gonna play in Isle of Bute on the November 29th and London November 28th, so the night before. And I'm excited. I'm looking forward. It's always fun to play in new places as well.
That's great. And it says here on notes as well, you may be performing at the London New Year's Day parade.
Exactly. Yes, on January 1st.
Cool.
Yes.
And looking forward to your trip over to London then.
Well, cool. I would love to see you. That would be cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, see what we can do. And you know, when you're performing, will you be performing mostly tracks from your new album, or will you be revisiting some of your older classics?
So for the tour or for the London parades
Yeah,
thing?
let's go with the tour.
For the tour, it's gonna be a mix of like previous songs that I wrote and put out, and then some of the new album ones. It depends on which show you're coming to because I have like two setups. One setup is with a band, so we're five people on stage, and with the band, I actually perform all 10 songs from the album. And when I play by myself, I have a loop station setup, which is a lot of fun. But with that setup, it's more of a mix. I don't play all of the new songs
Sure,
yet. Yet, I'm working on that, okay?
that's fine. On to career highlights as well. What was it like supporting the great Mark Knopfler? That must be a high achievement for you.
Yeah, that was a pretty mental. That was incredible. A great honor, of course, and he made me feel like home. It felt like we had known each other when we met. So a really chill guy. I really appreciated that. And the setting was also beautiful. I got to open the show in an amphitheater in France, and it was just beautiful. I truly felt like a gladiator walking into this amphitheater once like the show was actually starting, and it was very impressive just to see because it was sold out. Because obviously it's Mark Knopfler, it's gonna be sold out. So it was like filled all the way up to the top, and there were people everywhere, and it was like, oh, for a second my heart stopped beating, but then I think I did pretty good. It was fun.
Out of this world.
Yeah, yeah, oh, absolutely, absolutely. No, it was beautiful. It was truly beautiful.
I'm glad it worked out well for you. And who's on your playlists? You know, there's so many emerging artists, coming out.
Yeah, so lately I've been listening to a lot of Chappell Roan, a lot of McGee, American artist as well. I've been rediscovering or kind of for the first time like properly discovering David Bowie's discography because obviously I knew him. Obviously everybody knows David Bowie, but I've never like gone through his records properly, and I've really been enjoying his music lately.
It's
Yeah,
funny you said that. I was on the bus today and you had the radio on the bus, the driver, and
yeah.
along came on Ashes to Ashes.
Oh, it's timeless music, and
Yes.
it's always nice to hear these beautiful works in an everyday situation.
Mm.
Yeah, in another person's life. That's
Sure.
beautiful.
And are you an independent artist or are you signed to a label?
I'm an independent artist. I'm signed to an independent label, a small label, which is basically run by my manager and I. We do the whole label job, and yeah.
And is it are you really comfortable with that setup? Having your own creative freedom to do what you like.
I mean, it's great in terms of exactly of that freedom because I really get to do whatever I want to do, which is incredible. But of course, I wouldn't mind if somebody else would take over this work because it is a job, and it takes up time to like release music and organize everything properly and set up everything properly. So yeah, we're working. I mean, we're working towards having a partner worldwide. We do have partners in the different territories. For example, in the UK, I work with OK Good Records, which is then a sub label of the label I'm at. But yeah, for the moment, I mean, it's been working out great, and I think we achieved really cool things for being like such a small label and being independent. So for now, I can't complain.
Seems like you're doing really well for yourself, and you're in a good place.
Yeah, and again, we're working towards something. We have goals and everything. It takes the time. It
Here in
takes
the
the
UK
time.
as well, the nights are drawing in, and the nights getting colder. What brightens your day?
What's that? What's that? What Bart? What's the
Yeah,
word?
so a bit. This is my penultimate question. What brightens
Mhm.
Veronica Fusaro's day? What makes you
You mean like,
happy?
oh, Brighton? Sorry, I didn't
Yeah.
understand the word. Ooh, it depends on how I'm feeling. Sometimes it can be a song, but sometimes it's the people that I care about that can brighten my day. Sometimes it's just a good plate of spaghetti, which I love, and it's good food. Yeah. Sometimes it's literally the sun that just 5 minutes of sun can make my day so much better.
Yes, I agree. And where's best to follow you on social media platforms like websites, social media links, link trees, and so on?
I mean, the internet. I'm mostly active on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. I have a newsletter if you want to check that out. It's on my website. You can just Google me, Veronica Fusaro, Fusaro. And yeah, I would love if you would give my music a listen. That would be cool. Obviously, my music is on every streaming platform, etc., etc. You know
Yeah.
how it is. You know how it works.
The search engine, the power of Google. Yeah.
Yes, yes, exactly.
Well, encourage a listener to definitely give you a like on there and check out your music. It's been really a
Thank
joy
you.
to speak with you today, and best of luck with your new album and single. And on my sister radio shows, we'll play your new single out now. Would you like to just introduce it on my show?
Yes, so it's If Not For You, right? Is that the
Yes,
song
that's the
you were?
one.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for having me, Danny. It's been a pleasure as well. Dear listeners, thank you so much for tuning in or for watching this. You're about to listen to one of my new songs from my new album called Looking for Connection. The song is called If Not For You, and it's about that type of connection called love. I hope you like it.
Thanks very much for being my special guest on today's show, Veronica Fusaro.
Thank you so much.